it's Aurora and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So I didn't film last week, I had a really nasty cold, so yeah, nothing really happened last week. I don't even think I did any packing or anything, I just lay in bed feeling rough. I was feeling better enough to go out on Friday. But anyway, so I did decide to take a bit of time to try and find a NaNoWriMo replacement to see if there was anything else out there. And honestly, I really didn't find much. Obviously, last year I didn't use NaNoWriMo at all. I didn't use their website, I didn't go through them to do my planning. And I've just decided, although there is the Rough Draft Challenge by Sarah Cannon or Heart Breathings, whichever one she's doing it through, and I will link a video to that down below and you can go and check it out for yourself. She's got a website, and you know, you can pick your word count rather than it just being the static 50,000. It's a really cool idea, I really like it. However, I am actually just going to be doing what I did last year. I will set my bullet journal up, I will do a video on that to show how I plan and how I prep it out, my little sort of path to success. Because whenever I plot it out properly, I do tend to do the 50,000 words. In fact, I have every time. And sometimes I've even finished quite early. So, yeah, I will be doing that. I will be vlogging that. I will be updating my social media, talking about it and bringing you along for the journey. And yeah, if you want to join me for 50k in 30 days, that's what I'm basically going to be doing. There's obviously no website, no forums, maybe less said about forums and NaNoWriMo the better. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. The first week of October is looking like my moving date, so that week might be a bit quiet while I just have that last push to get everything ready. So yeah, that's what I will be doing. I will sort out like a little hashtag for it for social media, and you can find me I am on Instagram, I don't use it much but I will be using it more. I am also on Blue Sky, which I use a bit more, and of course TikTok, where I am the most active. I've actually got a really busy week. I've got my tattoo tomorrow, so Wednesday's going to be a bit of a write-off for stuff. Thursday I see my best friend, we'll be talking about our writing and having a catch-up. We do that every week while I still live in London. Friday I will pack, Saturday morning I'm going down to my partner's and I'll be there for a few days. So that's kind of what my week's looking like. I'm actually also seeing my old writing partner in a few hours, and we're going to have a chat about our current projects, what we're doing. I will be having a chat with him about my 50k in 30, see if he's interested, he might want to join in. It's always nice to have other people with you, but I am quite used to doing it on my own. So yeah, I do have to also read the 2 chapters he sent me of his current work in progress, which I have been absolutely loving. I'm really excited for it. He's not really on social media at the moment. Once that changes, I will also link all his stuff down below so you can check out his work. So yeah, I will be doing some planning though this afternoon because we're only just going for a quick coffee. And I'm going to announce, I think, what will be my NaNoWriMo 50k in 30 days project, and that is a very smart 50,000 word story. I don't tend to read very smart, I don't really read any smut anymore. I don't really read romantasy either, just because I've never found a romantasy book that didn't kind of go down a bit of a dark path that I found a bit too triggering as someone with PTSD. So yeah, I was just laying in bed with my cold, and then suddenly the idea just dropped into my head. I'm guessing it was meant for another writer and the muse dropped it in the wrong person's head. But I decided to roll with it, why not? Yeah, got some really cool ideas and just thought, yeah, let's do this. So, to write this story, because this is all kind of unknown territory for me, I am using the rubber duck method, and this is my rubber duck. Now, you might be thinking that is not a rubber duck, that is a squirrel, and you would be right. This is a small rainbow squirrel that I got from an anime convention, and there he is. He, she, they. I haven't really got a gender for them. They also don't have a name. If you have an idea for a name, yeah, stick it in the comments, why not? So yeah, I will be using this, and the rubber duck method is where you have your little rubber duck, rainbow squirrel, sat on the desk while you are writing. When you don't know what you want to write next, when you don't know what the story should do next, when you are feeling blocked, you talk to it out loud. You ask the squirrel questions, or your rubber duck, or whatever small creature you decide to use. I have a Sylvanian family that was in the running for this, but I just love that little rainbow squirrel too much. And so you talk to it, and it is supposed to help, because you are asking these questions out loud and you're asking it to something. It is supposed to help you through the block. Does it work? Some say it does. I don't know if it's going to work for me yet. We're going to find out this week. I have, to be fair, actually started, and when I was feeling a bit better, I did start writing something between a very, very detailed summary and a zero draft. I don't know what I would call it. It goes on for a few pages, and I have not got the whole story there. I've got 3 pages handwritten. Usually when I do a summary in the start of a notebook for an idea, I actually get the whole story in 1 page. I want to know that I've got all of the details and I can tell it as succinctly as possible, as quickly as possible, and then I fill in all the blanks as I go along, as I start like the world building and stuff like that. So yeah, it's this has been a bit different from what I would normally do, and then past that, it's just been basically a brain dump so far, where I've just got ideas that I need to get out of my head and onto the page, questions I need to ask myself. It's been really helpful, and I have actually started outlining chapters very briefly and using my always used in pretty much everything I do, post-it notes to give me an idea of like the word count so I can get some pacing, because while a lot of people say, oh, no one cares about the plot in Smart, I care about the plot. I want a decent plot. So yeah, I am trying to make sure it's paced nicely and it's going to be interesting. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It is just gone 11:30. I should be hearing from my friend pretty soon for our coffee, and yeah, I'm going to go and read his chapters so I can give him some feedback. I haven't actually got anything to send him at the moment because writing has not been fun for me lately. It's not about being fun, it's just not been kind to me. I have really been struggling with a chapter at the moment, which I'm going to have a chat with him about when I see him, and I will probably have a chat with my other writing friend on Thursday about that and the struggles that I've had. We've all kind of agreed that I've had really bad burnout for a long time, and that's probably a big part of why it's been a struggle to get words down, and I'm really hoping to move past that once I have moved. So yeah, anyway, right, I'm going to go and do some writing. Let's throw in some B-roll and I'll see you in a bit. So it is now Thursday. Yeah, yesterday was a write-off. I didn't sleep well Tuesday night. The tattoo really took it out of me. It is now finished. I will show it off in a couple of days when it's, I want to show it off when it's healed and it's looking its best. So it is looking good though. I'm so happy with it. And I'm not getting my back tattooed again anytime soon because that hurt. But yeah, so Tuesday night was fantastic. We met a bit later than we initially planned, but I got some help with a chapter that I've been struggling with. I gave him some really good feedback. I forgot to mention the whole 50,000 words thing. He's got a lot on his plate at the moment, so it doesn't feel fair to ask, hey, do you want to add to that? Which reminds me, there is also a podcast called Write Your Damn Novel. It started out as How to Win Nano obviously they weren't affiliated with it. Obviously with what happened, they really wanted to distance themselves from it, so they did. But they have a Discord that you can join, and it will be people who are doing 50,000 words in November. So yeah, I will link to the podcast down below and to their website down below, so you'll be able to check that out for yourself. So yeah, I also realised I'm just not reading enough at the moment. I haven't really gotten into a book for a little bit. I was reading The Lies of Locke Lamora. It is good. I'm just not in the mood for it. I really want to read The Devils. I'm just waiting for it to come out in paperback because hardbacks are too big and heavy for me. I don't like reading hardbacks. And I know I've heard like really middling stuff about it. I think it sounds great, so I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, so hopefully I can find something that I can gel with. So far today I've managed to get about 600 words-ish, I think, maybe a bit more, written today, which is really great. It's the most I've sat down and been able to write in a while, taking on what my friend had said to me on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to go and get myself a hot chocolate in a bit, maybe make myself some lunch and crack on. Hopefully I'll get chapter 8 finished today. If I don't, definitely tomorrow, and hopefully if I don't finish chapter 9 by Saturday, maybe I'll get it finished on Monday because I won't write on the weekend. I'm travelling on Saturday morning, so fingers crossed, train won't be too busy, too noisy. I will actually be able to write and do some work. We'll see. And then, yeah, just going to enjoy my weekend because I haven't seen my partner in weeks and I've really missed him. So, yeah. Hey, so it's Friday. The bottoms have changed. I'm in my group pyjamas. Still in this top because, yeah, my back is a bit sore. Unsurprisingly. I did go to a couple of bookshops on the way home. Nothing really jumped out at me. There was a couple of things actually, that's not true, but they were all hardbacks, just way too big and bulky and so expensive. So the wait continues for a couple of books to be in paperback, which is fine. I actually did look at The Devils for Kindle because, you know, I've got a Kindle and they're usually a bit cheaper, and it was mad expensive. So I thought, yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on The Devils. And then I did look at one book that was a paperback, and I sort of ummed and ahed and thought, oh, I don't know. It's been really popular on like TikTok, and I haven't really loved what's been popular on TikTok thus far. Which, you know, to each their own. That's, you know, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, you've got bad taste in books or whatever, but yeah, it's just not been for me. Anyway, so the book I looked at was popular on TikTok, which had me a bit, I don't have the best track record with popular on TikTok. I've not really been able to get too far with them. I tried to read, Assistant to the Villain? And I got like I think I barely got out of the first chapter and was like, nah, sorry, this is not for me at all. So yeah, I had a look though at some reviews, and I actually looked at the bad reviews, and the things that were making people 1-star it, I was like, that's actually my kind of vibe. So I'm gonna give Pumpkin Spice Cafe a go. I have downloaded the sample to my Kindle. It's 99p on there as well, so like, you know, if I don't like it, at least I haven't spent like a tenner on a book that I don't really have at the moment. So yeah, I have got that. I'm probably going to read that in a bit. Writing is not happening today. I've got back quite late. I am really peopled out, feeling kind of drained, so I'm going to pack my bag for tomorrow because I've got to be up bright and early to get my train to the south coast. And yeah, that's kind of not much of a, you know, Friday vlog thing going on, but, you know, little update. I am really looking forward to reading Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I have to say. So, as much as I was loving Lies of Locke Lamora, it's just not vibing with me at the moment, which is cool. You know, I'm going to go back to it. So anyway, that's kind of it for the week, because I am not going to be vlogging at all over the weekend, because I'm going to be with my partner, enjoying a late anniversary. I'm very excited. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please do give me a like, give me a subscribe if you enjoyed this. I post new videos every Tuesday, it's looking like I'm going to be doing. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Aurora Powling. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and everything is, you know, if it's social media, I probably have it, it's Aurora Powling. You can drop me a couple of quid on Ko-fi if you like what I do and want to help keep me going. And yeah, take care, have a lovely weekend, have a lovely week, just have a lovely rest of your day, evening, whatever, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!